Kalinatek Building, Langley, Virginia, USA, November 1st, 2004, 1:24 a.m. Recover the encryption key. Russian mercenaries have begun to destroy evidence of Georgian activities at Kalinatek. Before her detection in the network, Grimsdar discovered that a technician named Ivan is hiding in the building. Ivan possesses an encryption key that could help Third Echelon find Nikolads. Hey everyone, Grenade Launcher 101 here. This is obviously the sixth mission in the original Splinter Cell. So, let's get into it. And before we do so, there are a couple things I should mention. The beginning part is like iffy, mainly because of it having like three guys wander around. You know, just having like a weird beginning for this mission, and you'll see what I'm talking about here in a second. But it's just very iffy, and you're automatically like they're automatically on alert, and they automatically know where you are. Basically, the AI is weird in here. Also, the ending part has some scripted moments, and obviously I'm gonna show you guys how to maneuver around that. I mean, that's if I can anyway. But yeah, this mission is going to be tough.
This is as close as we get. Are you sure you're cool with the details? This last minute stuff, what new?
I'm thinking about it.
Well, be careful.
I've already got it marked. You're sure your mission is a man named Ivy? Group started on main and Kalinatek server. Labs as mercenaries got spooked, filling up states. All evidence of their presence, including Ivan and his comrades.
Who's Ivan?
One of Nikola's schemes, the programmer.
They're killing their own men.
It's all evidence. Let's pray you find him first. Details on your outside.
Alright guys, so yeah, this is what I mean by weird beginning. Because the power will go out in the staircase, but it'll also go out in that room right there. And that's not only do they get set off by that, but the can being thrown across the room as well. Like that right there. Which makes this part tough. So, I mean, there is a way to maneuver around that, but it's going to be pretty tough. Damn it. Had a feeling that was going to happen. If you're not careful, those guys will know where you're at. So I'm just going to get back to you guys here once I figure things out. Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry it took so long. No, it didn't take long. I'm literally editing this out. Anyways, bit minor changes. It's like 6:40 in the afternoon, and the sun is setting, sort of, and I got the window open, so you might see a few glares. Well, I'll try and tweak on that a bit as we go along. Actually, might just tweak it a bit here. Okay, that should do it. Now, wait, hold on. Okay, that should be good. Anyways, so yeah, the the patterns are randomly generated depending on how many times you mess up, really, and sometimes one of the enemies could come over by the door. Sometimes all three of them could be sitting by the van there, which you'll see here. And when that happens, just be lucky enough to actually get over here, wait for the thunder to come out, and then it's going to trigger their AI senses, and then they'll come walking around here. And once they start like moving up a bit, yeah, you can actually start to get over here a bit, because the lighting pattern is every 30 seconds, I believe, and it gives you an opportunity to knock these guys out here. But when you do so, just be very, very careful, because if you mess up, you can get spotted. Now, just keep in mind that their AI senses are jacked, so they literally know where you are, even though you're in the dark. In this like part here specifically, they're like programmed to like find you in the exact spot that you're in. So when you do this, just be really careful. Okay. Now, go after this guy right here. Now the other guy's gonna get up. You don't really know which way he's gonna go. So when you go over here, you have to be real careful. Otherwise, it'll ruin your ghost run. So now that I got both enemies knocked out over here, I can knock him out. Don't worry about if he like starts shooting out of nowhere for a span of 3 to 5 seconds, cause that's literally just their AI senses acting up. So just be prepared to have that in mind when playing this way, and also when dealing with this part in particular right here. Now, I want to mention, you can try it this way if you want, or you can always just wait for one of these lights to go out or whatnot. But I mean, when you go up here, you have to pick a lock anyway. So like, when you actually get inside, one of them might actually end up seeing you, and that's going to cause your ghost run to go haywire. So it's better to just do it this way, if anything. So like, yeah, just keep that in mind. So now we go on to the next part here. And we're going to save here. Really? Don't mind me, guys. I'm paying a cat over here. Alright. I think this part, the beginning of this part is a bit iffy. So just be mindful of how careful you are. Because there's going to be a guard, like, patrolling the hallway down there. And getting down there is going to be a bit tricky. So what we're going to do is just wait for him to, like, walk the other way. And from that point on, you can basically get on your
Are you sure he's dead?
grappling hook here.
See his brain. Of course he's dead.
What about his encryption thing?
The key?
Yes, the encryption key.
I got it. It's destroyed. Let's move on.
And when doing this, just wait for those two guys to move on to their stuff. And then all we have left at this point is to deal with this guy. So now he's going to come over here and basically investigate the crash landing of the glass breaking. And there's no other way around him. Like, you can't really get past him without him not wanting to investigate. Because, like, I have tried that, and it definitely would not work that way. Because no matter which, like, glass windows you break through, he's always going to hear it and go investigate it. Yeah. So, like, it's worth keeping in mind that when you're ghosting these missions, there are some things you have to disregard. I'm just hoping he doesn't come see me. Alright, he's turning partially the other way. So once he turns around, he's going to go down that end of the hall. Once we get in through these double doors, hide behind the wall as quickly as possible.
Is a top priority. Use whatever means necessary, but get to Ivan before Nikolaze's assassins do.
As soon as he turns the other way, you can, like, back up away from the doors. Now, I think he carries a note in which it has a keypad code, but thankfully I already know what it is. It's 97531. Those who really have played Splinter Cell, you are welcome. Now in here, a little tricky. Well, not here. What fucking... And I just did that really stupidly.
Wing of Deep 4 is clear. Moving on to 6.
How many encryption keys did you retrieve?
What, Ellie?
This is our 7.
Jeez. Okay.
Are you sure he's dead?
Come on. You can see his brain. Of course he's dead.
What about this encryption thing?
The key?
Yes, the encryption key.
I got it. It's destroyed. Let's move on.
Okay.
Pushing those encryption keys are top priority. Use whatever means necessary to get to Ivan before Kalinatek's assassin.
Alright. I think we turn this light on because if the guard comes in here, he might potentially see that it's turned off, rather.
East wing of port clear. 3 encryption keys retrieved. The art files? Destroyed. Every one of them. Thank God. Make sure you leave the bodies where the fire will get them. Of course.
Last week it was those turrets. This week it's ball mines.
So, I use the tools they give me.
You obsess over them.
You have to admit, these are cool.
Yes, but if we plant too many, it's dangerous.
They're supposed to be dangerous. They're mines, for God's sake.
Alright, now, over here, you have to be real careful. Wait for the guard over here to, like, turn back the other way and go through the other door down at the other end of here. And when you go through here, just be very slowly because there is still a wall mine right here. And if you fuck up, you can get potentially blown up. And just wait over here because he's going to turn the other way at a certain angle. And once he turns, walk very slowly. Now, with this guy right here, stick your back against the wall. And just slide down over here. Now keep in mind that he is facing at the wall you're at. So if he sees you, your ghost run is messed up. So now just slide over here as quickly as, not quickly, but like as quietly as possible without him seeing you. Make sure when you go through this, from that wall to this wall, that he doesn't see you and that you're in a very dark spot. And once you get into the elevator, you're free, baby. Alright. Overwrite save file. Now, this next part here is a bit tricky. And if I fuck up multiple times, I might have to get back to you guys. Once I figure things out. We'll see though. We'll see how it plays out. Well, I do know in the beginning part, you're gonna sneak through a hallway with 2 guys, and once you get to a certain point at that hall, there's gonna be like music playing, which triggers their AI senses. But just keep in mind that doesn't really mean anything whatsoever.
We just sussed a few more out of Ivan.
There's a group of mercenary programmers alive on the 3rd floor.
They're trapped behind a cluster of wall mines.
You think they might have encryption keys?
It's worth checking.
Right. Alright. As long as you're willing to disregard that whole moment there, then you're good to go. Now here, these guys' patterns are randomized. So, as to where the other guard might be at, I am not too sure of. But you have to know which position he's in so that you can move forward with this whole mission. Now here, you have to knock this guy out or he will turn around and kill you.
Please help us. They're motion sensitive. Nobody move.
I need an encryption key.
We don't have any.
Why should I believe you?
There is a bomb.
What?
Alright. So far so good. But it's wise to like get behind this wall every once in a while and make sure he's not there. Like actually there. And I believe that was the sound of a door opening. That might have been him. Not too sure. We'll double check before disarming this mine.
The Spetsnaz planted it to destroy the data archives, but they put it right next to the gas pipes. It will take out this whole floor.
How do I get there?
You will need the keypad code for the door. I think it's 33575.
Now just try and double check before moving forward that neither enemy is coming your way. Because if they see you, you can potentially mess up your run. Just now to hide this body, you have to be very, very, very careful. They might end up seeing you, or they might not. You never know. And that's why being cautious is always a good thing. Oh, please tell me that wasn't one of the guards. I hit a checkpoint. That does not look good on my part. You just have to really hope that none of these guards will go through here.
Check the building specs. That geek's story about gas pipes holds up.
I'm on my way.
Alright. Since I did hit a checkpoint, I guess I might as well, like, do this.
Check the building specs. That geek's story about gas pipes holds up.
I'm on my way.
Make it fast. You don't have a lot of time.
I think he ends up turning around. Yes, he does. Okay. So now we can progress forward. Get through here. 33575. All right.
Great work, Bishop. That could have been bad.
But we've got a new twist for you. I hacked into the power grid. Somebody's thrown the breaker on the fire door circuit.
Meaning, you won't be able to open the doors until you found that breaker. Details on your offside.
Alright. Now this guy, I believe you can shoot out one of the lights here. Or just dodge him entirely. Yeah, you can put the keypad code over here because later you're gonna have to go through here to the next checkpoint anyway. So, yeah. Just make sure. Okay, that was on my mistake. Okay. So since I hit a checkpoint, I'm going to restart that as well. Alright. I believe that guy. Oh shit. I believe that guy, one of those guys there, does not move and stays there the entire time. And if that's the case, you're gonna need a distraction. Oop. Okay, so he hears it, but not too much to where he's like distracted. You know what? I'm gonna have to get back to you guys here. Alright guys, update. It's like 11 in the morning. You guys can tell I got my window open, like about facing the TV there. Let me just check. Okay, yeah, we're good. So yeah, I did some tweaking a bit, and if you let this guy go far enough away from the light switch, he'll get distracted with his own routine, and then at some point the other guy's gonna come up the stairs and then go investigate, which at some point that did not work that time. Okay, it's like it's a bit iffy to do, but you'll know when you see the pattern here. Yeah. When I turn off the light, he's gonna stay in his routine, and the other guy's gonna come upstairs and investigate. So that's what I'm trying to get here. And instead, it's not. So it may take you like multiple tries to get that figured out. Yeah, like I said, it's going to take you like multiple tries to get this. Hold on. Okay, so like I was saying, it's gonna take you like multiple tries to get this right. If you had to do it more than once, it would be recommended to do so. So as you guys can see, like most of this is unedited. You know, I can only work with what I've got, which is an iPhone, like pointing at the TV screen here. It's not like I really have something that can like record through my monitor per se. So this is the best I can really do. Oh shit. I fucked up. Okay. So it's worth mentioning that if you're going to do this, if you're going to go through this part right here, you have to be very, very careful with how you like run down the stairs. If you go through that cliff like I just did, the guy will end up seeing you like he saw me. Okay. I hope he didn't see me, because that would be bad, dude. Okay, so I'm assuming he didn't see me. Yeah, he's just gonna go back up and disregard it. So now we gotta go down here. Now, as soon as a cutscene, there's gonna be a cutscene that'll get triggered once you like come down here. Don't come down here all the way because you will basically screw yourself over. Just like get over the ledge, hang on to the cliff, and let the cutscene trigger. And once the cutscene ends, you have to get right back up on the ledge. So here we go.
I just spotted somebody in the auditorium. Maybe an intruder. I need backup now.
So get back on the ledge after that cutscene is done. Let these guys pass by. Don't bother them whatsoever. Then get back on the ledge here. Hang off the cliff. Then fall down. Right. This next part here is going to be tricky. Because while that guy stands there and guards, that guy on the staircase that we passed by, he's going to stay there, and I don't think there's any possible way to get around him without being spotted by him. So you're just gonna have to get spotted through means of distraction. So here we go. Switch the object. Checkpoint has been made. Then get back on the wall here as soon as it hits.
Anybody see anything? Nothing. Step up. No. There's nothing out here. Auditorium's clear. We are returning to our post.
Wait for the first guy. And we wait for the second guy here, and I messed up very badly. That was really stupid. Okay, don't do what I just did. Don't make the same mistake I made.
Anybody see anything? Nothing. Step up. No. There's nothing out here. Auditorium's clear. We are returning to our post.
Okay. Now once the second guy passes through here, you can go. And we go through here. Now how to get by him is real tricky. Because I'm not sure what his looking pattern is going to look like. Alright, so that didn't work.
Anybody see anything? Nothing. Step up. No. There's nothing out here. Auditorium's clear. We are returning to our post.
Alright, so this is what we're gonna do here, guys. As you guys are watching this, and I fuck up every time, spot the mistakes that I made so that you can identify the mistakes I made and use that as a way to not make mistakes on your own. You know, that way you can like get through these missions without being spotted. Specifically in a ghosting format. It's very important to know that, especially. Right.
Anybody see anything? Nothing. Stefan. No. There's nothing out here. Auditorium's clear. We are returning to our post.
Okay. Shit. That was the worst mistake I made. Might have to get back to you guys here. Yep, I'm gonna have to get back to you guys. Sorry. Alright guys, I pretty much got things figured out here.
There's nothing
So-
out here. Auditorium's clear. We are returning to our post.
So, okay, that I was in a bad position, don't mind that. But anyways, I got it figured out. So, like, you're gonna have to, like, distract that guy guarding the staircase. Not only that, but you have to get on his side.
No.
Well, like, enter the auditorium, like, the base
Auditorium's clear.
of the auditorium to, like, actually get around him. Like, enter it through the ledge that we came down through earlier. And use that to get over to the staircase. But get onto the side where that guard should be, but is not there, so that I'll distract him. And then there's gonna be a guard up there by that back wall, like, guarding as well. So, like, once you see him right there, you have to wait for him to turn in the other direction, and then when he turns around, you can fall right behind him, but stay like to both of his sides, because if you go a little further than out of the middle, he can potentially spot you. I just get to a dark spot. God damn it. I'm not sure where I messed up here, but I'm going to try that again.
Anybody see anything? Nothing. Stefan. No. There's nothing out here. Auditorium's clear. We are returning to our post.
Now once you get up here, you can get to the next checkpoint. And obviously we're going to save here. Alright. No, you. Alright. So this next part up here, hold on. This next part up here, there's going to be a guard patrolling this floor right here. But then there's also going to be a guard right there that basically like stands there and does nothing. I think you can distract him in a way, but considering the fact that I'm not too familiar with how this mission plays out, well, not how the mission plays out, but how the ghost run plays out, I don't really have many options here. So I'm gonna try and improvise if I can. You know what, let me just get back to you guys. Alright guys, I got things figured out here. So, here we go. What I'm going to do is wait under the stairs for this guy come out. Now he's gonna walk all the way down to right here where I'm at. Like where I'm pointing, where the camera is pointing at right now. He's gonna stop there, then he'll turn back around, go back to the door. And you have to wait until he gets up here, then you can follow him up. Now once he opens that door, throw this can right in this spot, because it's not only going to distract him, but the guy on the other side of the door as well. So now he's going to look at that noise and then walk away. The other guy, he's going to come out here, and that gives you an opportunity to get around him. So now we got this guy to deal with. Get up here so it triggers him to come walk over here. Grab this med kit because you're probably going to need it later. And just wait 5 seconds for signal. Because when you come back out here, he's going to be right there. Then you have to slowly walk by him. Because there's this guy right here on the computer that you need to unlock the door right there to my right. once you get over here, hide behind this wall. Make sure the guard is not over here, because if he is, grabbing him will mess up your ghost run. So we're obviously gonna have to wait for him to walk by this see-through glass, so that when he disappears, you can grab him immediately. And then, as you can see, I fucked that up. Okay, let me get back to you guys. Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. That was a really stupid mistake I made there. But, yeah. Once you get up to this point, you have to wait for this guard to disappear so that you can grab him. Very slowly, though, since you don't want him to hear you. And then as soon as you grab him, knock him out, but also hide his body in a dark spot. And I think this spot right here will do. Now, just in case, wait for him again, because if you end up getting into that computer and then going through the door, he might end up seeing you. I'm not too sure, but I'm just going to wait here in case he does come back, because this is part of his, like, patrol routine. You have to keep that in mind. Yep, there he is. Okay. So now we just have to wait for him. Go back. And just get on this computer.
Good work, Fisher. Opening those fire doors cleared your path to hide, but it did the same thing for the Russians. You're gonna make damn sure you get to them first.
Then you can go through the door. Now this next part is a little tricky here. You basically have to time this right. So just watch what I do here.
Update on your situation. To cover our asses politically, we glued in the FBI. We're gonna have to leave Ivan to them.
So what am I doing here?
Ivan's a technicality. All we need to trace Nikolai's is his encryption. Get that. Update on your situation. To cover our asses politically, we glued in the FBI. We're gonna have to leave Ivan to them.
So what am I doing here?
Ivan's a technicality. All we need to trace Nikolai's is his encryption key. Get that, and we're home.
We will already check this hallway.
We might have missed something. We'll check it again.
Oh, good. Please don't.
Tell me who.
Here.
I don't want to damn phone. I want you to tell me who you're talking to.
I don't know. I thought it was the cops.
Who are you talking to?
I don't know.
You have...
Alright, so that suspicion music portion that just happened, disregard that, because it's not really going to mean anything. They literally just heard you opening the door and whatnot, because of the fact that you went through the door. There's no real way of explaining it. It's a bit glitchy. That's all I can really say. But anyways, yeah, as you knock him out, find the darkest spot possible. But do it in the limited time frame, because he can potentially see you if you're not quick enough. Well, not if you're not quick enough, but rather if you're not in a dark spot. And if you don't get this done in time, it will fuck you over, and then you have to start this over. So that's worth mentioning, guys.
Are you Ivan?
Yes. You are American? You are police?
Yes and no. The police are on their way. Until they get here, I'm the only friend you've got. I'm not a very good one.
We have to leave. We have to hurry. They'll find us soon.
It's not my job. I'm here for your encryption key.
wasn't the deal.
The deal still stands. The feds will get you out of here alive, but first you have to give me the key.
That wasn't the deal I made with the woman on the phone.
Listen, do I come to your job and tell you how to murder civilians?
What?
No. So don't come to my job and tell me how to do mine. The feds are on their way or here already. You're gonna be fine. You can give me the key or I can take it.
That wasn't the deal.
You're working from a very limited phrase book. Listen, just give me the key. I'm tired and I hate making people scream. It gets me down.
Here.
Thanks. And until the feds get here, find a better hiding place.
God damn it.
Alright.
Fisher, you're gonna like this.
It makes me nervous when you say that.
The Russians are all over the top floor. We're gonna have to do some cleaning before the Osprey can safely touch down for extraction.
Now we basically move on to the next checkpoint. Now, I will say this now. These next two checkpoints are basically going to have scripted parts. It's just the way the game is, there's nothing you can really do about it. That's only some of them though. The other ones are a bit tricky, and others are just like, there are some parts you cannot get by people without being seen, or without having them catch a glimpse of you, rather. But as you guys know, I will show you how to like maneuver around that the best way I can.
So, how'd you guys do?
What do you mean?
Downstairs. How many gigs did you sleep?
Like they could see something.
Now this is exactly what I was talking about. You cannot get by this part without being caught. Well, not like to where they shoot you down, but like they'll catch a glimpse of you and then they'll go investigate it. And there's no way around it. You have to let them see you in order to get through here.
So, how'd you guys do?
Well, obviously you have to take out this light first,
How many gigs did you sleep?
then go through here.
Like they could see something. Something over there. Like they could see something.
Oop, that was a stupid mistake. I did not see him there. Okay. It's worth noting that this may take you multiple tries to get this right.
So,
Because
how'd you
this
guys
is a really,
downstairs?
like,
How many gigs did you sleep?
I don't know if I want to call it janky,
Like they could see something.
but it's just really tough to get by. Now I may have to get back to you guys, but just let me try and figure out. Let me try this one more time.
So, how'd you guys do?
What do you mean?
Downstairs. How many gigs did you sleep?
Something over there. Like they could see something.
Right. So, yes, that is one of two ways you can get by them. The other way is that you can basically let the music die down. Then one of the guards is gonna come right in here. And you can get by the. And then there's gonna be one guard standing by a pile, like a statue of crates, I want to say, and need to get by him real quickly. And I think you have to shoot out that light there and wait, and then he goes outside the door at some point, and that's when you can get up to that ledge. So those are two ways you can get by him, by those three guys. Now up here is a different story. Not too familiar with how this plays out.
I cannot wait for morning.
Tonight's work is some of the...
Let me just get back to you guys. Alright guys. I pretty much got everything figured out here. So a couple things I need to mention is before going up here and having those two guys like come to the door, find a dark spot, and then there's going to be a light right there. Shoot that out. Then those two guards are going to like guard the door and stand there and not do anything. So you have to get by them through means of distraction, even if it means you have to do something. If you have to like run around a certain area just to get both of them to look in the same area. So with that being said, let's get to it.
I cannot wait for morning.
Tonight's work is some of the worst I've ever done.
It will be yours.
Alright, so you guys saw that. Just going to go over here. Make sure things calm down. I don't think things are going. Nope, things did. Okay. Might have messed it up a little, but however you guys handle it, at least just do what I did, but just do it right. You know, look for patterns, make sure they're not looking in your direction when you enter that door, stuff like that. So, as we move on, this next part is scripted. There's nothing you can do to get around them. You have to do this. You have to move forward in order to trigger this. There's nothing you can really do about it. It's just the way the game is. and that's it. So, like, with that being said, I can do a few things to like stall them, I guess you could say. But it's going to take timing and positioning. Okay. TPP, timing, positioning, and something else. I can't remember. No, timing, positioning, and patience. Yes, that's right. Okay. Let's do this. Now, as you guys can tell, they made it in. May have to retry that one. But one thing you can do for sure is take out this light right here. Can't. No. They like look right at you. Well, let me see if I can pull this off. No, they both stare at me. I can't shoot that right now. I don't think they saw me, or even bothered to chase after me. But we're just gonna have to move forward. Now, over here, you can take out these lights, because you need to do this in order to move forward. The other part is scripted. There's really nothing you can do about it. So, if I have to, I might get back to you guys. I like stop the recording and get back to you guys. But let's do this. Okay, I was stupid. Yeah, shit. Sorry about that, guys. I had to cut that last part short because the last portion of the video was just taking too damn long for me to figure things out for this area. So, but I think I got everything figured out. So just watch and learn, I guess. Just run like hell. Okay, we're gonna try that again. But basically you can like ring airfoil around one or two guys depending on how many ring airfoil rounds you've got on you. And you can use that to distract them. they'll only be dazed for like a little bit though, so you have to like get by them and hope that the other two are not standing in the hallway, so they have a higher vantage point of killing you. So, with that being said, let's do this. Damn it. Okay. It's not the best look, but it's the only option I really have. So, yeah. So, we're gonna go into this last checkpoint here, and hopefully things go well. They should anyway. There isn't as many scripted parts in here, just one near the very end of the mission. And that will be all. Now in here, you take that light out. Yes, sometimes if you're not careful, he can look toward your direction and kill you without even knowing that you're there, even though the AI in here is programmed to know where exactly the enemy is at. No, wait, hold on. I think you can like follow him up to the door and make sure he doesn't look in your direction. then we can move on from there.
Standing here half an hour. You haven't smoked anything.
Fine, forget about it.
You hoarding smokes?
I said forget about it.
Now we have to follow this guy once their conversation is done. Get over here without going so damn fast. Hold on, let me get back. Alright guys, sorry about that. I had to cut it short because of the one mistake I made. It didn't seem right, but anyways, as you guys saw, the three guys down at the end of the hall are having a conversation. Two of them go to the right in those rooms. One goes to the left on the other side of the hall, which is the most direct path we had to go to our extraction point. So, just watch what I do here.
Hoarding smokes?
I said forget about it.
Now you see he turns around, and you can follow him. Get up to the wall right here. Stick to it. Wait for him to turn around. Then get off the wall. And get right into a dark spot as soon as possible, because this guy over here is gonna come out of nowhere. Then this guy's gonna come back. Now, in order to get there, we have to wait for him to turn around. And once he does, you're in the clear. And I messed that up. But, luckily they didn't hear that, but he's gonna stand in the doorway right there, let him turn around so he can pass by. Once he does, you're in the clear. So, if nobody's going to hear that wall mine that just blew up there, just disregard that because it doesn't really mean anything. Now this last part right here is tricky. Might have to get back to you guys once I get situated here. Now first things first, you want to take out that light right there. No one's going to hear it, so you'll be just fine. And you had to time this right, because once you shoot out this light, they're going to hear it. Everyone's going to notice it. And then you have to wait for all three of them to not look in your direction. Then get into a dark area here. And now wait for him to turn back the other way. Then he's gonna come out nowhere. Then he'll just turn around. Now you have to worry about that guy up there. He'll turn back around and go back down the ladder. Once both their backs are turned, you're in the clear. Alright. And try not to get yourself killed in here, because they are going to start shooting. And that was mission 6, ladies and gentlemen. It was really tough. I know it didn't probably doesn't seem right to you guys, but it's the best I could do. This part is scripted anyway, so yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. And if this mission has helped, if this ghost run has helped you in any sort of way possible, then I appreciate it. The next mission, well, actually, the next couple missions should be a breeze, and I think it's mission 8. I had to worry about more, and then the couple missions after that are some breezes as well. So, if you want to see the rest of my videos I did, like my ghost run on Pandora tomorrow, or the rest of these videos for this ghost run for the original Splinter Cell, please click on my playlist and watch it whenever you have the time for it. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. This is Grenade Launcher 101 signing off here.